Hello, this is the Bill and Doctor Live, and I'm reporting on the Week 5 Falcons Steeler matchup. I'd like to thank y'all for spending a little time with me and finding out what's going to go on Week 5. These are my predictions. Nothing's written in stone, and also that, of course, I'm real accurate when I come to predictions. I just got that little power in me to predict things that happen. I'm not like Nostradamus, but maybe like a lot of other Magic Falcons. Anyway, getting to the point. Falcons versus Steelers. I picked the Falcons to beat the Steelers 35-28 in Heinz Field. And that reason is alone is because the Falcons get Devontae Freeman back, and they also have a healthy Coleman, the running back Coleman, to complement each other in the backfield, as well as Matt Ryan being able to fire off at 3 to 4 to 5 different receivers and run up the points on you at least 35 to 36 points a game. Last two games, Falcons achieved over 73 points. The Steelers had a bad game last week, and they played the Baltimore Ravens, in which they lost 24 to 14 or 13, which they just happened to lose a lot of steam around the fourth quarter. Now that little whooping they receive up there in Heinz Field is not going away. They're a little sore, and then here comes the Falcons to go ahead and put a couple of band-aids on them until we meet again, whenever that may be. Also, my weekly predictions go on with uh, Jacksonville and Kansas City. I give Kansas City the edge with Patrick Mahomes outshining Blake Bortles in that game. Kansas City offense is clicking on all cylinders, and Jacksonville defense may not be able to slow them down. So we think that'll be a game that's going back and forth with Kansas City holding the edge at the end. The New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers is a whole nother thing, and I think the Giants visit Carolina on this game, thus giving me the premonition that the Carolina Panthers is going to take care of the New York Giants. Green Bay versus Detroit in Green Bay. I like Aaron Rodgers to take that game over Matt Stafford, the Detroit Lions, even though they did a great job against the Patriots to get their little engine started on who's going to win this game with offensive weaponry. Miami and Cincinnati is another game that's coming up. Uh, Miami, they look pretty bad against the Patriots. Cincinnati won a heartbreaker against the Falcons when they got that last second touchdown with 12 seconds left, taking the game away from the Falcons. Now, personally, I don't like Cincinnati, but I give them the edge of the game over Miami Dolphins. Denver versus the New York Jets. Denver would be a more reputable competitor for the New York Jets on this one, being that they have a new quarterback and he's trying to find a system for itself to operate on a consistent basis. So I give Denver the edge in that game. Tennessee versus Buffalo. Uh, Marcus Mariota. I think he'll have the edge against Buffalo in that game, being that they'll be playing it live in Tennessee. And the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Now you got Russell Wilson up against Jared Goff. Uh, Looking at the Rams, they got Tim Gurley. They have Cup. They have a host of other weapons to keep you entertained. While Russell Wilson just got back Doug Baldwin and Lockett to get their offense going. The running game have is kind of shaky. You can't bank on Seattle. So I give the Rams the edge on that game in LA. Minnesota and Philadelphia Eagles. Ah, I like Minnesota. Excuse me. Well, I gave Philadelphia the edge. Uh, Oakland against the LA Chargers. Oakland won a game. Well, yeah, they won a game against Cleveland, but I don't see them beating the Los Angeles Chargers in this game. Philip Rivers will pull it off. He'll find a way on that division rivalry to pull it off and win it. Arizona Cardinals versus San Francisco 49ers. This is the battle of no man's land, of course. Garoppolo has been hurt and out for the season. And in Arizona, you got Josh Rosen, who's trying to make a name for himself. He lost a close game last week. I give the Arizona Cardinals the edge over the San Francisco 49ers. Dallas versus Houston. It's the Texas no man's land battle. Dallas versus the Houston Texas. I'm going to have to go with Deshaun Watson over Dak and crew because I think Houston has the potential. They just haven't put it all together. But Dallas is struggling to find themselves with what make their offense go and a coach that'll be strong enough to take the reins and responsibility of what's going to happen next. Washington versus New Orleans. It's one thing on this one. You got the Redskins with Adrian Peterson. You got Thielen. You got Kirk Cousins. And you got a host of other run Thompson. You got Thompson. And of course, New Orleans has a lot of talent on their team as well. You got Drew Brees. You got Kamara. You have who's the other guy? You have Jesus, went blank. Who that?